Yeah, we got to talk about this ICE incident in Minneapolis. So Jonathan Ross, a Minneapolis ICE agent, shot and unalive Rene Good. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel saw the video. What do y'all think about the video?
What
Because
was their ethnicities?
I think she was like
white.
I believe she was white.
Her phenotype was white.
She was white. And she was one of those crazy liberal women. I believe she called off of work or quit her job to go down there. She was a lesbian. She has a lesbian girlfriend. So she was the typical liberal, crazy, out of her mind woman. She went down there.
She was a U.S. citizen though, right?
She is.
Yes. She went down there, parked in the middle of the street, and I get, you have
She busted
rights
you.
as a protester, right? So she was well within her rights of a protester to do what she did. Now, where the story gets conflicting is like the officer who shot her as she was pulling off, I believe a week or two prior, was in a similar incident where he got hit and dragged a couple hundred feet by another protester. So this is his second incident with a car coming at him. He took his weapon out, boom, 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 fired like 3 shots, unalived her on the scene. Now, a lot of people are saying she went straight at him. A lot of people are saying she turned the wheel. There's some audio from different angles where she says, hey, I'm about to turn out, and they knew she was finna leave, but they ordered her to get out of the vehicle, which she disobeyed the order, drove off, and she was unalive. So you got half of the world saying the shooting was justified. You got the liberal half saying this was a murder.
So this what I'm gonna try to make it quick. Because I got a lot of angles I could take for this, but I'm going to just say this. For one, Trump already told y'all he gave them a green light to man down something. They're not going to hesitate, obviously, and you could say that was the case, and we could say where he was wrong for it. Stop going down here protesting if y'all not ready to really catch a hat and do something. Because, and I'm not saying, we've been saying this a long time, when you out here screaming and protesting, people ain't got time for that. These niggas is ready to catch bodies on y'all. They're trigger happy. He didn't have to do what he did, but he knew he would be justified in doing it. He's going to be justified. In my opinion, from a human perspective, he didn't have to do that. You could have let her go, pop the tires up, and then just stopped her.
I agree.
So I just look at it as, but with now y'all starting to see what people have been talking about for years. This type of stuff been going on in the hood, not just because it's just broadcasting on TV. But why I say this, because they complain about black on black crime a lot. Now the whites ain't caring about downing their own.
Mm-hmm. But I think something else that was interesting that you said that provides context is 2 weeks prior, he was in an incident like this before. So I think whether it was right or wrong, he probably was going to make that exact decision any day that he did because he already went through the incident before. So if you have that trauma, more than likely, the next time it happens, the defense mechanism probably is to pull out the gun. Does that make it right? No. 2, I think if you're a police officer or a law enforcement officer carrying a gun, you should be properly trained. You should be able to control your breathing and assess the situation, even in, intense situations. So he could have easily, when you watch the video, he could have got out the way, right? He could have got out the way.
He wasn't even really damn near in front of the car. He was still towards the side of it.
He could have got out the way, but at the same time, I understand that in an intense situation, maybe those mechanics turned off and he resulted to the fear feeling, which was like, I just got dragged last week, fuck it. I'm up one.
I don't even think it was fear. I think he was trigger happy.
I think he was still mad about getting dragged.
Yeah,
this bitch trying to drag me again.
Nah, he probably thinking that, or he like, I'm not going through that again, and I can just end this right here without even having to chase you. I ain't got to do nothing else. I'm be justified. Give me a free kill. I already think that was what was going on with him. Because even if you'd have just whipped out the gun, but first you didn't even hesitate to pop her. You didn't whip out and be like, stop.
As soon as her tires moved, he
whipped out, blew her down, and you made sure you probably took her whole face off.
So with ICE, they're there for immigrants, correct? Yeah. We all know that woman wasn't an immigrant. She's there to protest. She's not an immigrant, bro. Because let's just be real.
Do he know that?
I'm just saying, most of them are really hiding out because they're really fearful for the most part. I seen out here in California, a lot of them boarding up their homes and making it seem like it's vacant, really that they're hiding. End of the day is it's a bad look for ICE because you just killed an American citizen. Mm-hmm. The end of the day, you are out trying to rally up all the immigrants and get them up out of here. That's like what they're trying to do. They're promoting it on TV, but now you kill an American citizen. That's all bad now.
But this is what
hold on. This is even crazier. So Jonathan Ross, the ICE agent who shot her, is married to an Asian, a Filipina, and he brought her from the Philippines where she became a citizen in 2012, and she's in the process of petitioning her family to being citizens. So he's working for ICE to get immigrants out, but his wife is
Is
an
an immigrant.
immigrant that's
But-
filing for her family.
But he's doing it the legal way. So
exactly.
that
So
would
it's
be,
there leaves
that
no
would be-
room for error for that.
that
So
would be-
I
yeah.
agree. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the irony of that.
The
You would
optics
think
of
you
it.
would be married to a white.
And then
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're
yeah.
married to an immigrant.
And
The
so
optics
even
of
with
it.
the even though pulling down, I know you're typically when you train to shoot, you shoot to kill at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, if they're out there protesting, most of those people out there aren't trying to hammer anything down. I agree with you on that. If you're going out there to protest, you should be willing to do whatever it takes because you are putting your life on the line at that point. But I don't feel like that woman was going to run him over. I truly feel like she wasn't. And I do feel like it was other ways he could have did. Either he could have shot the tires and or just move out the way. He seemed like he was fitting up to move. Just it was an agility test to move out
But
the way.
sometimes they make examples out of people for people can stop coming down here doing all this. Let's be real for a
Yeah,
minute.
they wanna
If
put the
we
fear in you.
we can't go to another country illegally and stay there without them getting rid of you. And in certain places you can't even just go without getting a visa to their place, and then in 6 months they got to make you get up out of there and renew it again. So the bottom line is, like I say, from a human standpoint, yes, a lot of these things are not right, but you're protesting for something that they deem as illegal. So when you go down here, that's like trying to go help somebody commit a crime. Y'all not gonna be mad if somebody get manned down for going to go do something else, no matter what level of the crime it is. People gonna look at, oh, this is just them being here. No, go get your credentials and stop putting in. You damn near selfish by even allowing other people to go through this with y'all at this point.
And
Because
no,
now
that's a great point.
Because now you're putting other people in jeopardy that care about you and want to help you instead of trying to do it the way they want you to do it. The laws, y'all talk about follow these laws, and y'all mad at criminals for breaking the law, but then when somebody else breaks the law at a lower level, you're outraged by it.
I don't think immigrants, though, are asking for people to do this for them. I think this is just something that Americans do with multiple problems. We want to protest. I don't think it's immigrants that necessarily want people to protest. I'm not saying they're telling people to stop, but I think they're
You
more
want somebody to speak up for
I
you.
more so think they're living the everyday to day of either not trying to get caught and deported or just trying to continue to make it out, stay here, maybe get myself, citizenship legally without getting deported. I think they're more focused in the everyday battle. That's why when you're seeing shit happening, it's the white lady with, you know what I mean, the crazy white lady driving a car, because the immigrant ain't even finna drive up over there. Because as soon as she hit the block and hop out, it's over with.
Look,
she's
and
cooked.
I was gonna-
Even past that, let's look at the bigger scale. Where is the whole should have just complied crowd? Because the same crowd who justifies killings like
George Floyd.
Zimmerman.
yeah.
I mean, excuse me, not Zimmerman.
Well, Zimmerman, no, he
The one
he
who-
was watching.
but he ain't dead. Yeah.
No, not Zimmerman.
No.
I mean, the one he killed.
Trayvon
Trayvon
Martin.
Martin. Yeah,
But
there's
he
so
was-
many names. It keeps going
Exactly,
by
but
my mind.
but I get what you were saying though, because he was following Trayvon Martin while he was coming. He's like, man, I think he's doing something, and they was telling him on the phone.
Nah,
hey,
but
let
let-
him
well,
go.
What I'm
but
saying
land-
is the
land his point,
exact
yeah.
same crowd who, when it's us on the end of the end
Yeah.
of the gun, the receiving end, just comply. Why didn't you just comply? Why couldn't you just get out the car? I'm seeing a lot of those same accounts now saying this is a murder, this is wrong, this is that. And white people are starting to realize and wake up as, hey, you are a pawn too. We tell y'all time and time again, they look at you the same way. They might give you a little more benefits and a few more rights to make you feel like you above the black and the brown people, but you're being shown right here in 4K that you're not. They're treating you the same way. I'm seeing a lot of the white protesters go down to the candle lights. You see the ICE officers and police officers kicking over her candles, and they down there finna man y'all down for being there trying to defend the candles. So at what point do y'all wake up and go, oh shit, it's the actual system against the people?
Mhm.
We thought we was above the people, and we thought we was a part of the system. Nigga, you're not.
ICE is
And
the
that's
ICE
also
is,
fair.
ICE is the new gang.
Boom.
From the police to the army to everything else in the government. They created a new gang for niggas to be on the streets, and they tripping. And they not even, it's like, this what I mean, like at how long ICE been going on right now, people have to learn from other people's mistakes. Even if they are unaliving people unjustly, you have to understand the level of where they're willing to take it. That's why you have to be smarter about, like you said, of your everyday life and how you move and not getting yourself into positions. But they're coming after you. However they finding people, they're going to knock at people's doors
In the middle
now.
of the night, anything.
They're
yeah.
not even just, and they're getting more aggressive. You're going to see more of this happen because they're going to keep making examples out of people that's interfering with what they're trying to do.
So don't go outside if because at the end of the day, and this is the
Ooh.
this is the ugly part though of revolution or of any type of change is people might lose their life, right? Like you might be feeling like you fighting for a cause, and because you went out and you fought for that cause, Unfortunately, you lost your life. Malcolm lost his life. Martin lost, and I'm not comparing that lady to that. I'm saying in their minds, they was fighting a fight and they was willing to lay their life on the line for it. So if you are going to get out there and be in direct contact with these ICE agents or police officers, that's something that's possibly going to happen because they looking at it, it's either me or it's you that's going home tonight. Now you could protest, but as soon as I feel jumpy, you out of here.
And that's all I'm getting at. That's
Yeah.
the only reason I say you got to be ready and be on that type of time. Because if you're not, what are you doing? Going down there yelling at them to stop is not. They have zero feelings
They
to
raised
come with that.
$1.5 million too in her death. So I mean, I guess her partner and them, they're going to have a little taste of change.
Oh,
but
she's going to get a bigger
she's
lawsuit
going to
when
get a
she
bigger.
sue. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. At this point now, it's going to be like, remember back in the day with the Rodney King beating, where ICE is going to make so many mistakes now, where they may start become a walking lawsuit now,
That's a
where
great
people may
point.
go out there and crash out and just try to entice them so something can happen. Be a martyr.
This was gonna happen. You could get your ass splat, and she got 3 kids. So now her 3 kids is at home with no mom, and I believe she don't even have custody of 2 of the 3. I believe,
And that's not worth
I seen
1.5 million.
No, it's not.
Your
but
life is worth more than 1.5 million.
And they
Of
print
course.
the money, so money's just made up. But
Yeah.
the whole point is you got kids at home, but you out here fighting for some motherfucking immigrants that you don't even know because you want to be a part of something. That's what a lot of these protesters are even down there for anyways. They got no purpose in life. They want to be a part of something. They're charged up by these politics that is programming them via TV, via YouTube, via Twitter, via X. And now they feel like, well, I'm empowered. I'm a part of this side of the political game. I got to go do something. You go out there and get your dumb ass chipped.
And I don't even think it's nothing wrong with y'all going down there to protest.
Mhm.
But once you get down there and there's so many people as a collective, y'all need a bigger plan instead of holding signs and screaming at these people. Y'all need to formulate something to make, because the power is in the people. Y'all need to formulate a plan to where you moving different. Things are where these things ain't just jumping out and happening.
Well, the mayor did say he want them out. He did get on there and do a press conference saying he want ICE out. So it's to the point now where the government, the local government themselves are starting to go at it federally now.
Man,
They're starting
see-
making a stand. I understand what you're saying, but that could be a point. He got to start
Bruh.
somewhere.
This is what I be talking about, like for myself, and I could be the crazy one. These is all part of the playbook. Like they're not allowing nobody to be in no positions where you can go against them.
Like state government fighting is just optics because at the end of the day, state doesn't have precedence over federal. So
Right.
if federal, which is ICE, if I come and I say, and Trump says this is what's going on here, California, yeah, we might control shit state, but once federal comes, we take over. We take over.
We can
everything.
shut all this down if we
this-
want to. Yeah.
Was this justified? You got half of the world saying this was a justified murder.
It wasn't
You got the
justified.
other half saying it was unjustified. He could have got out the way. They could have tried to shoot the tires out, or they could have just let her drive away and then chased her down in the police car.
What is-
It wasn't
what is-
justified.
one at a time,
It
one
wasn't
at a time.
justified. None of the shit that any of these law enforcement motherfuckers do really, to a certain degree, is justified. I think in that one with clear video footage of him kind of being able to hop out the way. I mean, I don't know because then you say about the
Because what do we consider justified?
yeah, it's like
That's what I was getting
You said
at.
he got dragged the week before too.
Is
so
it a
it's like-
justifiable kill? Was him shooting her 3 times?
It was
justified?
unjustifiable. He shouldn't even been at
The
work.
reason,
He
the
shouldn't even
reason,
been at
the
work right
reason,
now.
the reason, the reason I say was justifiable because we see here a lot. We've had
Yeah.
conversations about perspectives and who feels what's right or wrong is just subjective at this point. Because if I'm in his position on his team, I can feel like it was justified.
That's true.
And
Not feelings, but by the law.
But no,
by
I
the
get
I
what
rules.
you
know.
said,
So
yeah.
what I'm saying is but what rules? Trump rules is you can man down something if they resist and do all these other things. So in their rules, it's justified.
Because
But
he's gonna
she's an
say
American
he's
citizen,
gonna
though.
say she
This
was
is what it
turning
does
towards
not
him
matter.
and
If
he
you're
shot her.
in-
Oh,
dead.
one mic.
If
one
you're
mic.
an
It's
American
unscrambled.
citizen trying to help and protest against illegal immigrants that they presume that are not supposed to be here, you are essentially trying to aid and abet somebody in a mission of a crime to an extent.
No, that's
So
true.
yes, so they are justified. If somebody is running out of a bank and you trying to stop the police from stopping them from hitting that bank and they smack you for trying to help them, is it justified?
Okay, so here's the law. Okay, ICE, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers do not have a general authority to kill, but they are authorized to use deadly force in specific, limited circumstances to protect themselves or others from an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. So the key points are necessity and imminent threat. Deadly force may be used only when an officer reasonably believes it is necessary to protect themselves or another person from death or serious harm.
So then,
Fleeing subject. Deadly force cannot be used safely to prevent a person from fleeing. It is only authorized during an escape attempt if the officer has a reasonable belief that the subject possesses a significant threat of death or serious physical harm to others and the force is necessary to prevent their escape.
so by the basis of that is justified, because before that subsection, the subsection before states that you cannot use deadly force if someone is escaping, right? Now, if she was going this way in the video, then it wouldn't be justifiable because they'd be shooting and she would be evading. But the fact that she turns towards them is technically her not escaping, it's her going at them. Even if from maybe somebody's point of view or whatever the case is, it doesn't look that way, they can use that subsection to say, hey, and on top of that, I just got dragged 2 weeks ago. Plus, she drove towards us. She's not trying to escape. She's trying to evade or whatever he said and cause harm. We killed her. It's justified.
That's why when people have these conversations online and stuff like that, you got to actually go to the source of the facts before you come up with your personal feelings. Because we all could watch the video and go, man, he could have got out the way.
Yeah.
But then by this definition and him being hit and dragged 2 weeks prior, he could say, hey, my life was in danger.
So
we told her, stop the vehicle, get out of the vehicle. So automatically she's already disobeying orders. Boom. Officer jumps in front of the car. She starts going towards the officer. Whether that wheel is turning, hey, we don't know. He got bumped by the car too. If you look at the video, the car did bump him. Now, how hard it bumped him, it looked like she was going 3-4 miles an hour or something like that. But hey, we could say, hey, if he slipped, it's snowy out there. What if she runs him over, unalives him? It's just too many gray areas that's gonna make this justified.
I think most of these, I'm gonna get 1 second, Kylie. I just think most of these things, the context of it, people are not caring about the law at this point. What ICE is doing, people are not thinking about going to be strictly to the law, because if we're going strictly to the law, they will have nothing to complain about ICE coming to get these people in the first place. So when we use the law, even though, yes, that's the way we're supposed to, people are going to go off of human nature more than they do and how they feel about the situation, clearly seeing you didn't need to use brutal force for this. So I just think,
but this is why we can't go off of people,
and I
because
agree with
people
you.
are just going off emotions,
Yeah.
not the actual facts.
I
That's
agree
why
with
they
you.
keep losing.
I think that exactly like what you're saying, from the human eye, it was not, we thought he could have got out the way, but in a court of law, that's not going to hold up because they're going to go based off the law, which is like black and white. And then you got to think about how many people, if they was in that position of the dude who shot, are not going to jump behind the big ICE, right? Like, I'm going to jump behind it probably and be like, yeah, bitch, you drove towards me because I'm going home at the
I
end of the
told
day.
you to stop 10 times.
Yeah, I'm not
chill
about
out.
to go to
Yeah.
jail for that. So I think most people in that case, even if they felt like they did something wrong, they about to try to get off.
Well, typically, like when police have like big shootouts or things like that, don't they have like an internal affairs investigation? Don't they have a cool off period when anything major like that happens? You have to have time off. So don't you think 2 weeks is a little too quick to go back to work if you just got dragged by a car?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, typically, anytime you have any type of major event like that at work, they take you off of assignment so you can have a cool down period to have therapy or whatever the case may be. They may need some type of FMLA leave where you can go cool down, get your bearings, and then return back to work. 2 weeks is not enough time.
But I don't think.
Hold on, for the record. Hold on, for the record.
We don't know that.
For the
Right.
record, I don't know if it's exactly
Got you.
2 weeks. I'm just
okay.
saying what I read in one of the articles. They said something along the lines of a couple weeks. So I just assumed 2 weeks. It could have been 3, 4, but I seen a couple, so I just assumed it was 2.
Look, you trying to clear up from the fake
I'm not
page.
clearing it up.
just
That wasn't even a fake page. Nigga, I was
Nah, I
reading.
know. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking with you. But I just think it obviously wasn't that serious if he's back out working for 2
Exactly.
weeks. So getting drugged just sounds more crazy than what it is. Probably nothing really even happen. Like,
He was
so,
just hanging off the window, the rear view mirror.
You probably was running with the car, doing anything. They drug him down the street. He running, had let go and fell or something like. So I don't even think that context, and it don't matter. Like, for the most part, I think the internal affairs, they usually come in when you do things like what he just did. When you unalive somebody, and then it's like, let me do what, chill out. But these people are wearing masks and stuff like that, even though they identified him. But they're like, man, I'm in the line of duty. This is what I'm here for. You know what I signed up for. I just think people have to either get to a point, you either gonna have to go, because what are you doing when you protest? If you're not stopping them from literally picking people up, they're not gonna stop and they're gonna pick you off. So unless you willing, like what Kylie was saying earlier, ready to lose your life over this, over you screaming, that's essentially what happened to her. Pulling up, helping, trying to stop stuff. Like, y'all have numbers, but you don't have nothing else to go with that.
Yeah, so they shot 2 people in Portland yesterday. And I believe somebody in LA got shot also.
ICE
So
been killing innocent people.
There's
For a
been a
minute,
number
yeah.
of people getting shot and unalived by ICE, and y'all better go read the lay of the law of what justifies them to be able to pop your stupid ass before you go out there protesting. Y'all running at them, throwing rocks at them, and all type of shit. You giving them the green light to pop your ass. So if you going out there ain't gonna actually change the law for the immigrants, why are you even out there making all this goddamn noise if the law ain't gonna change?
But what about when ICE is rounding up Americans that they assume they're immigrants though?
I mean, this is the thing though. Anybody who's out there, you're taking that chance. So this is just that all applies.
No, it'd be times where
soon as
ICE
you-
was rounding up like America, like they thought they were
Oh, in
aliens.
that situation,
you know,
no, I
you know what I'm
thought
talking
that-
like, bro, I'm an American, I'm American,
Yeah,
I'm a
and I
social
think-
security, and they still like snatch you up.
I think that because of that, like, and you put a light on that a lot. I think eventually there will be a lot of light shined on some malpractices within ICE.
And it's gonna be a lawsuit where
Yeah.
call this 1-800 number if you're arrested by ICE. We have a settlement for you. It's gonna be like that. I'm telling
Because
you,
you
long
shouldn't
term.
be able to do that. You really should. I mean,
Nah,
I
you
don't think
shouldn't.
you should be able to do it. That's y'all know my.
It's gonna be
stance
like
on it,
remember we was talking about the I can't say that word. Remember in the juvenile facilities how a lot of people are getting this money back for the
for the settlements.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's more
They're
one of
talking about
those
niggas was-
casualties of war type
they
things.
wasn't
Oh.
fighting. Word.
Now they was
the
being
staff
molested.
was
They was
be-
being molested and
Oh,
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
okay. My bad.
You know, you be hearing that on YouTube and all
Yeah.
that stuff, like settlements now. It's gonna be something like that along these times where, hey man, if you were arrested by ICE or illegally detained by ICE and you were an American citizen, call this number right now, whoop-de whoop whoop whoop. And you go see a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I was arrested back then, whoop whoop, whoop, and I'm an American citizen.
You
I
still-
seen
you
it,
still-
but from what I seen, it was people were in a business where it was illegals at, and the people who got rounded up with the illegals were Americans. I didn't see them running in nobody's house
I
that
see
was
what
an
you're saying.
American, and oh, we just rounding up American families. It's like, no, you a casualty of war. It's illegals in here. We don't know how many exactly, so we finna round all y'all up.
Then we
Then once we
separate
get
you.
your info, okay,
Yeah.
you American, boom, you go that way. And then I seen people, oh, they got me, I'm American, but nigga, I didn't know. It was 8 illegals in here and 2 Americans. You just happen to be one of the 2.
Use that spy technology.
You
we
might
was
you
talking
might be
about.
somebody
Green
on
in
it.
the
And like he's saying, if you round 8 illegals, just like you might save us some time of looking for you. We don't want to come get 8 of them, and then we left 2, and we got to go back and find them. So I think that's more so the case. And I'm not justifying what they're doing. We see it's crazy, but you just got to get up out the way. Go get your credentials and do what you need to do, or
That's
go
the only
out.
choice they're giving you at this
Yeah,
point.
there is no choice.
Yeah.
They coming to get if they going door to door to people, they jumping out at businesses. They're not giving no fucks about nothing nobody's talking about or going through.
You a nigga
Obviously,
now.
Kali, let me ask you this. You just said carry your credentials. So you basically saying they should walk around with a passport, social security card. Like,
No, I'm
what do you
saying,
mean
like,
credentials
at this
by
point,
that?
They have to go and get and be here legally, so where they
Oh,
can
you
have a
talking about the-
social or
oh,
whatever it
yeah.
is, because they're not going to be able unless you keep hiding, which I know people are doing successfully. But if you going outside and protesting, then again, that's that chance that you get out of here.
Bro, if you go to any other countries, in a lot of countries, they purposely treat you like shit because you an American. They trying to scam you. They trying to get the most money from you. I don't see why people got so much empathy for people trying to come here illegally. I just don't get it. Because I go to other countries and you're not getting the same rights that they get here over there. It's not happening.
Well, they have a lot more rights out here.
I just think the empathy comes from people that done built. It's more so about the people that's living regular lives, that's not committing crime or not
Yeah.
doing nothing. They didn't stayed out here 30 years, created friendships, created family, created businesses. So I think those things are being torn apart. A lot of people, kids are being able to stay out here and
But
their
they
parents
can't.
got to go,
Yeah.
or vice versa. And I think
get
that's
it.
where the empathy is coming from. It's like some people are looking at that like, how do you have 0 on a human level when these people are literally not doing nothing?
Yeah.
But
It's just-
they're wrong from the bit.
But you had 30
they're wrong
years
for
to
the
do
laws,
it.
yeah,
you
but
did
30
you're
years to
right.
do something.
And
But you
they
never
got
thought
content.
nothing like this was gonna happen.
You
And
never
that's
thought
so
they
fuck
got
up.
content, and I agree with you. That's they fuck up for not handling their business. But the human aspect is this: if you're in a poverty-ridden country or a war-filled country, and you hear the land of the dream, the land of opportunity, and stuff like that, your goal is to get here. You'll worry about the schematics once you get here first. And I understand what you're saying. Once you get here, hey, you had an ample amount of time to go back and, try to get your paperwork. And I'm pretty sure for those situations, they may work it out with you. But if you just here and you just kind of out here thugging and causing a whole bunch of monk and stuff, I think that's where ISIS should be trying to target. We're the ones that's trying to cause the mayhem and things like that. The everyday working citizens, the ones that's working at the grocery stores or in the farmlands, those are the ones that are not causing no problems, but those are the ones that they're rallying up, and those are the ones that are afraid.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
that's too much resources to try to. Okay, are you committing crimes? Are
No,
you
Right.
I see what you're saying.
you illegal. Get your ass
I
back.
think-
Get the
I don't
paperwork
think
the
you
right
spend
way.
money on worse shit, though.
You don't
But
gotta worry
I
about
think-
that.
So that's what I said.
I think they
it's
just
not.
playing the numbers game. Also, they like nigga. It's time to clean house. That's why I just think they looking at it. They playing the numbers game. You ain't finna birth no more. No, none of this is coming from this. Like they're just trying to separate everything. If you're
They
not
used
a
you
US
for a
citizen.
political purpose. You served your political purpose.
Now it's time to go.
Now it's time to go. Now we cleaning house.
I
You know,
think
the
this is
whites,
the-
they birth rates are down. The numbers going
Boom.
down. What my boy said,
2042.
2042. The U.S. is going to be a minority majority state. So now we need to clean house. We need to get America back to what America is, majority white. That's what they want to see. That's what's going on.
I think this is the least efficient way they could go about it. With the amount of resources, the amount of training, the amount of money they have, this is the easiest thing they could have done. Hey, get out there. Here's a gun. Here's some bulletproof vest, and
It's
just
like
go,
the Klan is
just go around
rallying
and just
back
go round
up
niggas
runaway
up. That's
slaves.
not. That's, they
But-
could have dropped. They could have dropped LAPD in and done
I just
that.
I think factored in at this point, he wanted to take a different stance because we said already Obama had a lot of people about it here, didn't he? A lot of different ways, and they felt like you see people are fighting and getting away from these motherfuckers in real life, so they're not willingly just going out. So I just think they're coming with brutal force based off of that. And you see Trump, his mindset ain't to be going no nice way. There is my way, and that's what it is. I don't care how y'all feel about it right now. This is what's going on. I'm looking into the future. Same way he doing with these other states and countries. He ain't asking them nicely no more. He telling you, this the deal I want. Either sign it or I'm taking it.